With the theatrical release of Godzilla King of the Monsters looming in our near future, just a mere 1 week away. Oh, let me get back to the video. We're bringing back the talents of Les the Godzilla Man Walker to do a review of his 1984 1984 Godzilla model kit. Now, not only is Les knowledgeable on all things Godzilla, but he takes his model building to the level of artwork. Hi, my name is Travis, and you're watching Save Toys.
Hi, Les here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some Godzilla toys versus models, specifically the year 1984 Godzilla, just so that you can keep the design the same and they don't all look like they're all over the place. This is the smallest one is the Nisa 6-inch posable. He's missing a hand. I don't know where that is. But these guys pose, and collectors love them because you can put them in whatever your favorite pose is. This particular design is not 100% accurate, though, and I'm sure that Monster Arts by Bandai will have a similar scale figure out soon. This is too popular a style to not have. And he's becoming more popular. He's forgotten by a lot of fans. So he won't be today. I'm going to go to what I think is the finest sculptor in the world, Sakai. His sculpt is dead on to the costume in the movie. Now this particular one is a model. This is an 8-inch Kyoto kit, and they're getting harder and harder to find. Yuji Sakai sculpted these, and they weren't using that as a selling point in the day. It was just, here's a Godzilla model. But this guy is so good. His stuff always looks like the movie. Now, X Plus, your biggest collector market right now, puts out a 30 centimeter. This is a foot tall guy, and that's where a lot of the market is right now. I did not get the name of the sculptor for this, but it's actually quite good and quite accurate to the costume, and has some of the look of the giant robot. They had an 18-foot tall robot in that movie. It's the only time they ever did that. So he looks kind of homogeneous to either design that you might like. So it's a nice one to have in a collection if you want all those looks. But it's also bought like this. It comes like this in a box. You may have to attach the tail. I repainted mine, so forgive me for that, but my indulgence is I can paint Godzillas, so I do. But this is theirs. Now this, on the other hand, is something a little bit different. This isn't your mass market type figure. This is a model kit that's very rare. It's sculpted by a guy named Ryu Oyama, if I'm pronouncing his name right. And this came out a few years ago in Japan at a Wonderfest in Japan, a big Japanese convention where they have all these. And it was so popular, but nobody had the license for it. So they'd make a couple of 25 to 100 models each year. And the latest one is put out by a new company called Acro. Who knows who they are? But they got the license to do it, and this is their version of it. It's the same kit that's been out every couple of years. But the nice thing is it's an interpretive version, where this one is a little more of a literal version. This is also a kit. And, this has to be put together. Each one of these has to be glued on. This one doesn't. It comes built. So for the collector that doesn't know how to build anything or do any of that, this is your guy. You can repaint if you want, but you don't have to. They look beautiful. These guys are pieces. You build it, you paint it, you weight it, you do whatever. There's very little movement in it. But look at the difference in an artist's interpretation and the life in it and the detail. It feels like coral, almost like a resin kit, versus the softer detail of a company produced. And you can see it right off the bat. So these are just some of the models and figures that are out there for the Godzilla collector. Hey, I just want to tell you a couple of other things. There's a lot of books out there about Godzilla. This is just one, and there are thousands. This one covers Godzilla from 54, the original year, to 99, showing the 99 Godzilla here. And this entire book, Japanese read from right to left, is an incredible history of Godzilla in pictures, and if you can read Japanese, the stories. And it has reference photos and shots. This is just one of so many types of books that you can get on the open market, on eBay or somewhere. And they're just awesome. This just happens to be a favorite. I really like this particular book. And the other thing I have is a very unusual model. It took months to build. I'd had it in my possession for years. A friend of mine sent it to me. And it's a Godzilla skeleton. And I never thought in a million years I'd have Godzilla's skeleton. It's based on the 54 original Godzilla. And yes, every single piece of this was separate. And I used super glue and wires and whatever it took to get him together. He does not move, he does not pose, he does not bite. But I painted him and blended and used putty and did whatever. And so I now have this totally cool looking Godzilla skeleton standing here. There's no living Godzilla, but it evokes the memory of Godzilla, and it looks so cool in a collection. If you're a Godzilla hardcore, it's just one more thing to have to really fill out what is already a growing collection.
Thanks again, Les. Well, Save Toys family, the next time you see me, I'll be at my local theater bringing you a spoiler-free review of the new Godzilla movie. And as an added bonus, we're also going to be taking a look at my 1954 Godzilla Bandai action figure, donated to Save Toys by the Save Toys Premium member, Gerald Myers. Thanks, Gerald, for all you do. And until next time, if you like it, collect it.